Eubacterium flavonifractor is an intriguing member of the gut microbiome because it illustrates how not all interactions between bacteria and food are straightforwardly beneficial. While many microbes enhance the health effects of dietary compounds, E. flavonifractor can metabolize polyphenol, bioactive compounds found in berries, nuts, cocoa, tea, and other antioxidant-rich foods, before the host can absorb them, potentially reducing their systemic bioavailability. This phenomenon reveals the complexity of the microbiome. Even foods widely considered beneficial can be modulated by the composition of one's gut bacteria. Yet, the story is not entirely negative. Emerging research suggests that the abundance of this bacterium can be influenced by diet and lifestyle, offering pathways to preserve or even enhance polyphenol-mediated benefits while maintaining microbial diversity. Polyphenol are powerful antioxidants and signaling molecules that support cardiovascular health, reduce inflammation, and enhance metabolic function. However, their absorption in the small intestine is limited, and a significant proportion reaches the colon where microbes metabolize them into smaller phenolic compounds. Flavonifractor specializes in breaking down flavonoids and other polyphenol, sometimes excessively, which may reduce the amount available for systemic circulation. Clinical studies indicate that individuals with higher abundance of this species may have diminished plasma levels of certain polyphenol, potentially blunting some of their anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. This metabolic activity highlights how microbial composition can determine the efficacy of nutrient-dense foods and why two people consuming identical diets may experience different outcomes in oxidative stress, inflammation, and metabolic health. Importantly, diet can shape the abundance and activity of flavonifractor. Evidence suggests that a diet rich in fermentable fibers, resistant starches, and complementary polyphenol can encourage the growth of SCFA-producing, anti-inflammatory microbes like Roseburia, Faecalibacterium prosnitzii, and Bifidobacterium, which can indirectly suppress the relative abundance of E. flavonifractor. Incorporating foods such as leafy greens, legumes, whole grains, berries, and nuts provides both substrates for beneficial microbes and complex polyphenol that may be metabolized more gradually, enhancing SCFA production while limiting premature polyphenol breakdown. For example, pairing nuts like pistachios with polyphenol-rich berries creates a nutrient matrix in which fibers slow microbial metabolism, allowing more polyphenol to be absorbed in the small intestine while still feeding beneficial colonic bacteria. This demonstrates that diet design can modulate microbial competition and maximize the functional value of antioxidant-rich foods. Meal timing and food combinations may also influence how E. flavonifractor interacts with polyphenol. Consuming polyphenol-rich foods alongside fibers and plant proteins at consistent times can balance microbial activity and optimize metabolite production. Evening snacks that include nuts or legumes, for instance, provide a substrate for SCFA-producing bacteria during the nocturnal fasting period, supporting gut barrier integrity, anti-inflammatory signaling, and metabolic homeostasis, while potentially reducing excessive polyphenol breakdown. In this way, the gut microbiome can be guided to amplify the benefits of antioxidant-rich foods rather than undermine them. While E. flavonifractor may seem like a foe, its presence is also a marker of microbial diversity and ecosystem complexity. In moderation, it participates in the breakdown of complex compounds, generating phenolic metabolites that may still confer localized benefits in the colon, including anti-inflammatory signaling and antioxidant effects at the gut lining. The goal is not to eliminate this bacterium entirely, but to maintain a balanced microbial ecosystem in which its activity does not overpower the absorption and systemic effects of polyphenol. A diverse, fiber-rich diet naturally supports this balance, highlighting the interplay between microbial ecology and nutrient bioavailability. In addition to fiber and polyphenol, plant-based fats such as those found in nuts can modulate the microbial environment. Monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats help maintain bile acid balance and microbial diversity, creating conditions where SCFA-producing and polyphenol-preserving bacteria thrive. Over time, consistent dietary patterns emphasizing plant-forward, fiber, and polyphenol-rich foods can reshape the gut community, reducing the dominance of E. flavonifractor relative to beneficial taxa and enhancing the overall bioefficacy of antioxidant-rich foods. The broader takeaway is that gut bacteria mediate the effects of diet in ways that go beyond calories and macronutrients. While some microbes like E. flavonifractor can reduce the bioavailability of certain polyphenol, strategic dietary choices, emphasizing fiber, polyphenol, plant protein, and unsaturated fats can suppress excessive activity, preserve antioxidant benefits, and simultaneously boost SCFA production and anti-inflammatory metabolites. Foods like pistachios, legumes, berries, and leafy greens exemplify this approach, acting as both nutrient sources for the host and selective substrates for beneficial microbes. In summary, Eubacterium flavonifractor illustrates the nuanced interplay between diet, microbiome, and nutrient bioavailability. While it can metabolize polyphenol in ways that reduce systemic antioxidant absorption, its activity can be modulated through thoughtful dietary strategies that prioritize fiber, polyphenol, plant protein, and healthy fats. By nurturing SCFA-producing and anti-inflammatory microbes while balancing polyphenol metabolism, individuals can maximize the systemic benefits of antioxidant-rich foods, maintain gut microbial diversity, and support long-term metabolic, cardiovascular, and immunologic health. This highlights a key principle of modern nutrition science. The functional impact of food is determined not only by its intrinsic composition but also by how the microbiome interprets and transforms it.